You take say that you're smart, but you know wise. Come off on your glorious pride. Cause once a man, twice a child. Hey, once a man, twice a child. Hey, them love so after them the feast with the swine. Them get caught and the slip and the slide. Cause once a man, twice a child. Hey, once a man, twice a child. Hear me out. Hey, yes.
The Golden Age Home is basically established to provide residential care and wellness services for persons within the parishes of Kingston and St. Andrew who are found to be destitute by reason of age, basically because they're not able to take care of themselves. And this is the largest institution of its kind in Jamaica and the Caribbean. Currently, we have over 460 residents at the facility. We are, however, able to actually accommodate 520, but there is a cluster that is currently not fully occupied because it's in need of renovation. If that renovation is done, then we'll be able to accommodate a maximum capacity of 520 residents. We have over 160 employees who are here, dedicated and committed to provide welfare services for these residents. We provide psychosocial therapy, we provide physical therapy, we provide medical therapy, and we also look at spiritual wellness. Now, as it relates to psychosocial therapy, there are a number of activities that the residents are engaged in. Some of these include farming. You also have residents engaged in art and craft, in addition to sewing, tailoring. So they are really kept occupied and they're able to capitalize on the skill sets that they actually come to the institution with. As it relates to physical therapy, our residents are actually engaged in sporting activities. So for example, every year we would have a sports day and we would have a number of events held on sports day. In addition to that, we also have residents who participate in Special Olympics and also actually win gold medals in various competitions at the Special Olympics. So our residents are highly involved, those who are able-bodied as well as those who are physically challenged. As it relates to the medical services, 70% of the resident population is physically challenged and to a large extent also incontinent, and so we have to ensure that we provide the best care services for them. And so we have contracted the services of a medical practitioner from short-time emergency medical services to actually function as our in-house resident doctor to take care of our residents on a day-to-day basis.
Once a man, twice a child. Once a man, twice a child. Them love so after them the feast with the swine. Them get caught and the slip and the slide. Go once a man, twice a child.
Just to make mention also of the fact that the residents are housed in what we call clusters, and so each cluster on the property can facilitate between 50 to 70 residents. So we do have residents that are housed in clusters. You have a setting where you would have at least 7 persons in a room, and each room would have a bathroom. We also have a laundry facility, a main laundry facility that actually operates on a basically a day-to-day basis, because they are responsible in taking care of the residents' linen and clothing to ensure that efficiency levels are maintained and that the residents are always kept clean and that their bed linen is clean and their environment is clean. So we have a major laundry facility that operates 7 days per week. In addition to that, we have a kitchen facility that is actually contracted out to a concessionaire to provide meals 3 times per day, 7 days per week for our residents. And this company, as a matter of fact, has been with the home for a number of years. So we're looking at a large population, and it takes a lot to take care, a lot of money to take care of our residents. We also have contracted services as it relates to janitorial and pest control, and we have contracted services that as it relates to security for the residents on a 24-hour basis as well.
Once a man, twice a child. Once a man, twice a child. Them loves the wife, so them go feast with the swine. Them get caught and the slip and the slide. Go once a man, twice a child. Once a man, twice a child. Hear me out. You say you got to lock in any crowd.
The residents are engaged in a number of activities. In addition to that, we do offer various programs that they are engaged in on a day-to-day basis. And these programs are done internally as well as externally. Externally, we look at different locations such as the Bob Marley Museum. We look at the National Heroes Circle. We look at taking them to the beach. We take them to places like the Sabina Park so that they can actually watch a cricket match. We take them to various places such as Port Royal, some of those locations where there is some amount of heritage, and also that they can feel, even though that they're in the institution, they can still feel a part of what is happening on the outside. So they don't feel as if once they're here, they're isolated. They're actually engaged in the activities that are happening on the outside as well. So for example, we actually partner with a number of institutions who are having events on various holidays, and such as Mother's Day, Father's Day, and what you would find is that they would go out to these events so that they can actually relate to other persons of their age group, and even the younger population who will have an opportunity to speak to them, to get some idea of the values that we have ingrained in our society, so that they can get a better appreciation of where our elders are coming from. We also look at a number of internal programs, and these programs that we have here include like a domino tournament, and our residents are very good at playing dominoes. We have various functions here as well, our own Father's Day, Mother's Day event, Easter Day program. We also have our major Christmas fair that is held here every December, and of course we incorporate the members of the public, our partners, our sponsors, to come in and engage, and this is where a lot of our sponsors would make themselves available as well. And I just need to make mention of some of our sponsors because they have been with us, most of them have been with us from inception. Companies such as the RJR Communication Group has been here since the organization started. We have Jamaica National, who has also been with us for many years and have been contributing over the years just as well. We have Scotiabank. Scotiabank actually sponsors the cluster as well, and they have been more than a group that we can consider to be more than partners, I should say, but a part of us. We have the Kiwanis Club. We also have Sagicor, and Sagicor is also a major sponsor of the home and has been with the institution for many, many years, has contributed significantly. And I cannot forget to mention at all Food for the Poor. Food for the Poor has been with the Golden Age Home for many years and has given invaluable service, dedication, resources, financial resources, resources in kind. We are more than grateful for the sponsorship that we have received from all these companies, and I must also include all of those individual persons who come in to contribute to the home to make the lives of our residents better. They are so numerous, I could not begin to name all of them, but we have a number of partners, persons from the outside who would always come in to give, whether it is to do some amount of grooming and daily care or to donate items, and we are more than grateful. We have to make mention of the achievements over the years, and so I believe it is important that be recognized, that you are aware of some of the things that we have achieved to date. The team has been working feverishly to improve the quality of service that is provided to our residents, and one of the first things that our management team did when we came on board was to look at the ratio of resident to staff, and what we did was to minimize that ratio. So that means that we have a larger pool of employees working on the clusters on the various shifts, so you have a smaller resident to staff ratio, which of course would lead to improved efficiency levels and operational levels on the clusters. In addition to that, we have sought to procure a generator for the facility. We got that generator because it was critical to ensure that an organization like ours that actually operates on a 24-hour basis was always fully equipped with a standby facility. In the event of an emergency or a power outage, there would be something in place. Gone are the days now when you would have to look to lanterns. That is a thing of the past. So we have a generator in place. We have purchased a number of water tanks that can actually facilitate maximum capacity of 8,000 gallons of water. So that has been one of the latest procurement in terms of water tanks for us. But in addition to that, we have gotten a number of water tanks from various sponsors. I must mention as well that we have recently installed a fully equipped fire alarm system. As you would imagine, this is something that is most important because we want to ensure that we are prepared in the event of an emergency. So we have a fire equipment in place as well. In addition to that, we have implemented a CXC program, English class for our residents as well. So you do have residents who are taking CXC English classes here free of cost, and of course their books are made available for them free of cost, and the staff is also able to benefit by taking this program free of cost. So that is also another achievement for the home. We actually launched a self-sufficiency program and opened a resident skills center. So there's actually an area where persons can go in to do their artwork, to do their sewing and dressmaking, their tailoring, and of course it is equipped with computers so they can access the internet, so they're able to see what is happening. They're able to get current information because the internet is actually made accessible to them. They're able to do their homework. If they have an English assignment, they can go on the website on the internet and get the relevant information to do their assignments as well. So there have been a number of achievements. However, we are not exactly at the point where we need to be as yet, and that's where you come in, because we all have to work together. It is important that we look at those who have laid the foundation for us, and that's one of the purpose for this concert here this evening, to see how best we can give back to those who have made a difference in our society. And so we are still in need of a laundry machine, a 50 to 60 pound industrial laundry machine, to ensure that we maintain operational levels. We are in need of additional retrofitted bathrooms. I must add that that has also been an achievement for us, because we have retrofitted 9 bathrooms to date, and these bathrooms are now accessible for those persons who are disabled and are in need of the flexibility to go in even independently to use the bathroom, and of course to allow the staff to be able to assist them without being placed in any strenuous position. So taking a bath is a much more comfortable experience. However, to meet the 70% of the population that is physically challenged, we are in need of additional bathrooms to be retrofitted. In order to do that, you're looking at approximately $1 million to retrofit 1 bathroom. So your assistance in this regard would also be appreciated. We are also in need of adult diapers. I can't emphasize how many persons have been giving, but the reality is that these are actually items that are used every day, so we cannot get too much adult diapers.
Little bit of good no left beneath them skin. Not take no call, not text no nothing. What a thing. You text say that you're smart, but you know wise. Come and find your glorious kind. Cause once a man, twice a child. Hey. Once a man, twice a child. Hey. Them loves so after them.
It would also be good if we could get some stretcher beds, and these of course would facilitate those persons who are bedridden, and in the event of an emergency, if there's a need to evacuate these residents in a quick time without putting them in any strenuous positions, because of course these persons could not be sent out in wheelchairs, as they would not be able to sit or be placed in a seating position without actually being hurt. So if we get stretcher beds, those beds with wheels, it would really be beneficial to us as well. Some shower chairs, refrigerators, and additional water tanks. We are in the hurricane season now. We would still appreciate a number of water tanks. It is important that we look at how we operate as a society. And it is said that one can judge a society by the way it responds to the care of those who are most vulnerable. And one of the groups that have been long overlooked are our seniors and those who are destitute among us. I am imploring you to give back to those who have been making a difference, or who have made a difference, who have laid the foundation for us. If you're so moved or impressed to give back to our residents, you may feel free to do so by making a deposit at our NCB account number 234-757-954. Remember that whatsoever we do to the least of our brothers, that you do unto us. Thank you.